We have a splendid day here in Foxborough, 68 degrees. As we get underway, not much of a wind and very few clouds in the sky. As the Patriots starting out at home, Bill Belichick. This team has won 10 straight home openers here at Gillette Stadium. He has a dominant record since 2001 against the NFC. And yesterday, a big day. Troy Brown, a very versatile receiver, defensive back, special teams player for the Patriots, inducted into the Patriot Hall of Fame. And moments ago, had time to come over and see his former teammate Tom Brady. A lot of respect for Troy Brown.
Absolutely. I visited here as a free agent in 2004, and Bill Belichick had one player here to meet me. It was Troy Brown, because he said he's the ultimate Patriot. He played offense, he played defense, he played special teams. A wonderful and well-earned honor for Troy Brown.
15 years, all with New England. Now the Patriots have won the toss, and they deferred, and they do that often, as do the Cardinals, by the way. So the Cardinals will get the ball first. Stephen Gostkowski will be kicking off, and Larod Stevens-Howling will be back deep for the Cardinals. And this game is underway. Week 2 in the NFL on Fox. And way out of the end zone. And the Cardinals will take over on the 20-yard line. And so Kevin Kolb, who has to be brimming with confidence after that kind of finish last week, completing 6 of 8, and the game-winning touchdown pass to Andre Roberts.
He told us yesterday one thing he's learned through these struggles he's gone through the last couple years is that you got to make memories. He made a memory last week for Seattle. This would be a special memory for he and his teammates if they could come and defeat the New England Patriots.
And facing a very tight, taut, and improved defense. Beanie Wells starting at running back, and he gets the first carry of the game, and it's a good one as he crosses the 25. Wells, who did not see action till the second quarter last week. Ryan Williams started. So as we look at the Cardinals, did not run the ball at all last week, and they can't be one-dimensional today, John.
No, they're going to have to run the ball and run it well. Chris Johnson learned last week you can't go side to side against this Patriots defense. You got to take the tough yards. There's some big humans in there, but you got to go in there. Beating Wells, I think, will be willing to do it. 2nd and 4, and they go back to Wells, and Wells gets close to first down yardage near the 30. Gerard Mayo making the tackle, and you talk about the improved Patriots defense. And 6 of the 7 picks on the draft were rookies, and 3 of them all made an impact last week. Boy, and did they. They announced their presence and announced it in a hurry. One play, a sack fumble by Chandler Jones. Dante Hightower takes it into the end zone. Tavon Wilson, their 2nd-round pick, had a big interception. They infused a little spirit into this defense.
So now it's 3rd and 1. And a quarterback sneak and a first down as Kevin Kolb takes it out to the 31-yard line. And the theme for the Cardinals today, and all of them told us that the other day, patience against this Patriots defense.
Patience, and the reason being the Patriots are extremely patient as a defense. They're disciplined. They're going to force you to earn everything you get. They're going to stay back in 7-man fronts, keep safeties back to help with Larry Fitzgerald. So you have to take what they give you. It's a challenge because most teams don't have that patience.
And not to get careless at all. It is a first down. Nearly 2 minutes gone by, and now play action for Kolb, looking down the middle, and this pass is incomplete, tipped in the air, and nearly intercepted. The intended receiver was the tight end Todd Heap, and a lot of blue shirts around the ball.
A lot of blue shirts around the ball, and Heap actually went down to get that ball low, and then it was bobbled around like a volleyball by the Patriots defense. Could have been an interception for the Patriots. Actually would have been incomplete, I think, had they gone back and reviewed it. Did hit the ground.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10, and Larod Stevens-Howling is in there in the backfield, along with Anthony Sherman on 2nd and 10. Some pressure, and the screen pass to Stevens-Howling, and Howling will drive his way close to another first down, and it appears he has it out to the 41. It was Mayo and Arrington combining to make the tackle. So thus far, the Cardinals seem to be patient, and they get it out to the 41.
See Andre Roberts, you're going to screen game. Your receiver's got to block and block well. Stevens Howland, you give him a little crease. Remember, this is their kick returner. He's special.
Patrick Peterson is in the game now in the Wildcat formation. Stevens Howling gets the fake, and here is Peterson with the run, and Peterson will have a first down as he runs into Patriot territory and will mark it at the 42-yard line. An 18-yard gain on an early Wildcat by Patrick Peterson.
And Dick, not a surprise for the New England Patriots. We were at practice on Friday. It was Julian Edelman who was playing the role of Patrick Peterson in the Wildcat. They prepared for it, but it's another thing to stop it. And it's even tougher when you got Larry Fitzgerald, not only one of the best receiving receivers in this league, one of the best blocking receivers in the National Football League.
And the point you made is that they want to go away from Fitzgerald and let other people get into the action. Wells returns to the backfield and gets the call, and he is hit immediately and stopped, maybe a loss of a yard. Kyle Love, the defensive tackle, they'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And already this first drive for the Arizona Cardinals, if you ask me if it ended right here, it's a success, because they've had some success being patient, doing the things they talked about. Now they want points, but this is exactly how they want this game to go. Good job by the Arizona Cardinals early.
Ryan Williams, who started last week and was out of loss last year with a bad knee injury, is in it running back now on 2nd and 10. There's Fitzgerald going into the slot to the right. And Kolb completes the pass to Williams out of the backfield, and a gain of 3. So Kevin Kolb, who was acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles, he was drafted by the Eagles on the 2nd round, and then he was named a starter, had a losing record. Michael Vick took over and traded for Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and a 2nd round pick. And then 3 and 6 as a starter, couple of injuries, and replaced by John Skelton, who finished strong at the end of last year. And it brings us to the present with Kolb in there today. 3rd and 7. Kolb has time, and the pass is caught by Early Doucette, and a first down for the Cardinals at the 27 of the Patriots. 12-yard gain.
Well, partner, you hit it. Watch this pocket. Protection key. They do a wonderful job giving Kevin Kolb time. Then he finds Early Doucette. We said early the Patriots will take Larry Fitzgerald out of the game. Someone else has to emerge. Early Doucette does on a big 3rd down conversion.
Big test for the offensive line. Beanie Wells comes into the game. And when Beanie Wells is healthy, he can be a force. Stopped by Gerard Mayo after a gain of 3.
Dick, you and I are talking before the game. He went for 1,047 yards last year, so it wasn't a bad year, but I think we all know the potential of Beanie Wells. But the old deal, unless you're healthy, you can't reach that full potential. He's been hampered by injuries throughout his career. They've got him healthy today, and he'll be big in this game.
Larod Stevens Howling replaces Wells on 2nd and 7. Now Fitzgerald in motion to the left, and Kolb goes to Fitzgerald, who's hit hard at about the 20 by Brandon Spikes, and a gain of 4 yards, and it will bring up a 3rd and 3, but pretty good ball control for the Cardinals to start this game.
Something to watch throughout this game is the Cardinals moving Larry Fitzgerald around. When you're playing a 2-deep safety, that gives the outside corners help over the top on a guy like Larry Fitzgerald. So what do the Cardinals do? They move him around. They motion him. They have him inside, outside. We'll watch that develop throughout the game.
And this is the 12th play of the opening drive. 3rd and 3. Kolb, and the pass incomplete, intended for the tight end Todd Heap. So the Patriots ultimately clamped down, but as you said moments ago, a good first drive for the Cardinals, who will try for the field goal as Jay Feely comes out. This will be a 38-yard try by Feely, who was 2 for 2 last week against the Seahawks. Feely has been around a long time with a lot of different clubs. And Jay Feely's kick, and it is good, and the Cardinals score points on their first drive of the game and lead the Patriots 3-0. Cardinals score first, and they had it for over 6 minutes, 13 plays. Kolb was 4 for 6. Not much yardage there, as Devin McCourty, who began the opener last week as the kick return man, that was the only kick he returned. And Jay Feely will kick it off. And it's returnable for McCourty. Gets it yard out of the end zone. And here is McCourty, who is tackled and gets to about the 20-yard line by Reggie Walker. So Tom Brady will come out to perform his magic with this balanced offense that the Patriots show. They trail 3-0. We'll be back. And the Patriots will start from the 21. Tom Brady.
Mike, we got it! Yates, Mike!
And starting with 2 tight ends, both lining up to the right side. And Brady has the ball tipped. And it is intercepted by the Cardinals. A tip ball. Patrick Peterson winds up with it. And the deflection by Darnell Dockett. And an interception on the first play from scrimmage for Brady and the Patriots.
That's one thing this Cardinals defense is very proficient. You see the 2 big boys in the middle, Dockett and Calais Campbell. They do a great job of getting their hands up. It's Dockett right there, and Peterson with an incredibly athletic play to bring in that interception.
How about the contribution of Peterson so far with an 18-yard run on a Wildcat and an interception here? That is the first turnover of the season for New England. And now the Cardinals will have the ball on the Patriot 36.
Well, Peterson's special. We saw a glimpse of that as a punt returner last year with 4 punt returns for touchdown, tying an NFL record. But we're just scratching the surface of how effective he's going to be on defense. And then we've seen him on offense as well. This guy's going to be all over the field. Kind of Troy Brown-esque, huh?
Well, if he ends up like Troy Brown, that's a pretty good career. First down. Kevin Kolb handing off to Beanie Wells, and Beanie Wells trying to test the middle of the line. Kyle Love was right there, and 2 yards as a result of that run. This defense is primed, and of course this, without question, is the strength of this team. And Tom Brady has already seen the results of the Cardinal defense. Second down and 8. Play action for Kolb, getting pressure, steps up, and this one overthrown, intended for Larry Fitzgerald. And for a game break, let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, big divisional game as both the Saints and Panthers try to avoid starting 0-2. This is a good start for New Orleans. Drew Brees hooking up with Jimmy Graham. Touchdown from the yard out. Saints taking early lead, 7-0. Dick and Jenna.
Well, that's a big game, Kurt. Both of these teams starting off with a loss in the opener.
You don't want to go 0-2. Everybody knows that in this league, so you hate to call it do or die this early in the season, but that's what it is.
Third down and 8. And a timeout is called by Arizona with just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, trying to take advantage of the interception. We'll be back.
Today's game is sponsored by Lexus, introducing a stunning work of technology, the entirely new Lexus ES by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you're wondering why the Cardinals call the timeout, here it is.
He can't hear. He can't hear. And the conspiracy theories will start all the time. Oh, they're crossing his signals here in New England, but that's just football. It happens sometimes.
And movement in the line, and a flag is thrown, and it will be a false start penalty is the initial call.
You have to see if Wilfork drew the Arizona Cardinals off.
Cardinals indicating that that is the case. Initially, they ruled a false start. Referee is David Scott, the replacement official.
Offside, defense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
The NFL changed this rule a couple years ago, but if you draw the offense with a sudden movement, a good job by Darren College reacting, because that's an easy 5 yards. Much more manageable third down now.
And the officials got it right. So it's third down and 3 on the 29.
Slow down.
Kolb. And the pass intended for Todd Heap looked like he had beaten the defender, Dante Hightower, and that'll bring up 4th down, and Jay Feely will come on to try to add 3 more points.
Well, you can't miss those. Watch the safety over Fitzgerald. That means a one-on-one on Todd Heap, and that's a missed throw by Kevin Kolb. That should be a touchdown right there. And let me tell you, against the Patriots, points are good, but you got to score touchdowns because you know they're going to find touchdowns with Tom Brady leading this offense.
47-yard field goal attempt for Feely. And the Cardinals now have taken a 6-0 lead. That penalty especially made it important for the Cardinals to get a first down and keep that drive going. 15-1 edge in offensive plays by Arizona. They were on the 34. That would have been a 51-yard field goal, but after the penalty, then they were down 3 yards and a first down, so they might have squandered that opportunity as Devin McCourty goes back deep. Feely will kick off. So you have the ball for 15 plays to 1, and you only have 6 points against this offense.
And you take the 6 points, but again, that was a missed opportunity at a touchdown. Errant throw by Kevin Kolb.
McCourty again from the 1. Hard to bring down, and McCourty will bring it out to the 25-yard line. That was a 25-yard. The starting quarterback for the New England Patriots, and Tom Brady coming out once again, and Bill Belichick telling us the other day that Tom Brady just gets better at something every year. This is his 13th season and just improves all the time.
Well, that he does, and he started off pretty darn good. And so what you have is what Ray Horton, the defensive coordinator, called for the defensive Cardinals the best football player ever. We hear a lot of praise. You don't hear that often. That's what Ray Horton said.
First down, handoff to Stephen Ridley. And Ridley last week 125 yards in 21 carries. Sam Acho in to make the tackle, and the play selection for the Patriots indicating a lot more balance this year, John.
And you look at it, and Tom Brady says part of it is, look, we don't have Matt Light at the left tackle anymore. You can't stick him out there on Dwight Freeney. I think a part of it is what's happened in these Super Bowls against the New York Giants.
Second down and 9, and here's Julian Edelman. And Edelman on the quick out to the left is stopped at the 32 by William Gay. And Aaron Hernandez is injured.
Watch Aaron Hernandez right here getting the block, and he's going to get rolled up upon at the end of this play on that right ankle. Ooh.
By Edelman.
And this is really a key loss if he's out, because Rob Gronkowski, probably the best tight end in the National Football League, but this guy represents the versatility of this offense better than anybody. Well, can't afford to lose a guy like that.
Dimension that the 2 tight ends give Bill Belichick is unmatched in the league.
Absolutely.
This is a tough blow. Aaron Hernandez being helped into the locker room. 3rd down and 3, and it's cast a pall over this capacity crowd here at Gillette Stadium. Here is Danny Woodhead, who's come in the game, and Woodhead very close to the first down. Darrell Washington, one of the inside backers. And there is Hernandez, who last week caught 6 passes for 59 yards and a touchdown. And that's those 2 weapons with Gronkowski are really phenomenal for Bill Belichick, and this would be a tough injury. A first down for the Patriots.
Absolutely a tough injury, and everybody was wondering what happened to Wes Welker last week. All of a sudden, if Aaron Hernandez is out, he becomes a lot more important. Wes Welker in the slot will fill the role in many ways of Aaron Hernandez.
And there is Woodhead diving to the 38-yard line.
Well, you wonder, why is he so big? Everybody knows about Rob Gronkowski. First of all, he's incredibly productive. This is last week, all the spots he lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spots that Aaron Hernandez will line up for the New England Patriots. When you lose that, you lose a lot of the key to your offense.
Second down and 7. Stephen Ridley has come back in the game trying to go wide, but good lateral pursuit by the Cardinals. Darrell Washington pushes him out of bounds. Gain of 1. Well, that'll bring up third down. This Cardinals defense and really did not go unnoticed when the Patriots saw the film on them, and they have some tough stoppers. The defensive line, linebackers, and in the secondary.
They're for real. There's no doubt about it. They're a fun group to watch because they're active. They're all over the field, and they are a physical bunch.
Third down and 6 for the Patriots. Nearing 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Brady has time, and this pass is caught by Gronkowski. It'll be first down for the Patriots, and they get to the 48-yard line. So a 9-yard gain going to the other tight end, Gronkowski.
This is just really pretty. If you like accuracy from the quarterback position and you see the big body, the confidence he has in Gronkowski, that's a tight window. 2 people right there, but he has confidence that it's going to be incomplete, complete, but never an interception with Gronkowski.
Screen to Ridley. Ridley has blockers, and Ridley is brought down, and they get into Cardinal territory. It'll be another first down and then some. 16 yards with Paris Lennon making the stop on Ridley.
You watch Logan Mankins, the key block on this screen pass. He's going to hold, sell, run. Then he's going to get out in front of Stephen Ridley. Not real physical, but does the job getting Darrell Washington and providing that alley for Stephen Ridley.
First down on the 36. Here's Welker in the right slot. Here is Ridley with the run, and nothing there. Calais Campbell leads his way. We were talking about this Cardinal defense, which is the anchor of this team, and they have some really tough stoppers in every phase of this defensive group.
And Bill Belichick said it all week. What I've always said about this defense, they're strong up the middle. Calais Campbell, Darnell Dockett, Darrell Washington at the linebacker position, and Adrian Wilson. He's a fun one to watch at the safety position. He plays it the right way all over the field.
Second down and 9. And the quick out to the left to Brandon Lloyd. Lloyd, who comes over from the Rams as a possible deep threat to stretch the field, picks up 2 yards on the short pass.
And you wonder, because right now what's happened is Wes Welker essentially has assumed the role of Aaron Hernandez. But the versatility that Hernandez brings you, because if he's in there, it can be run, it can be pass, he can move inside, outside, that you lose some of that versatility without Aaron Hernandez.
Not to mention the blocking that they also offer, and Hernandez and Gronkowski on running plays. Danny Woodhead in the game as a receiver out of the backfield, and here's Brady's pass, and incomplete. And a flag is down. Brandon Lloyd was the intended receiver. A stop-start kind of play run by Tom Brady there.
Offside. Defense. Number 54. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
That's on Quentin Groves.
And here's what I know about great quarterbacks like Tom Brady, guys that are in the conversation as the best ever. You don't give them second chances. They just got off the field on a third down, and you're going to give Tom Brady another chance. Guys like this typically come back to bite you when you give them second chances.
Any kind of mistake. And penalties like this, especially when you're backed up in your own territory. Third down and 2. Welker was in motion. Here's Brady's pass, and it's knocked away. Brandon Lloyd covered by Janelle Fleming, the rookie from Oklahoma. And a good play by Fleming downfield, and that will bring up fourth down.
Well, that's an excellent play. This is called a back shoulder fade, and it takes a lot of timing. And as I see, the one thing the Patriots still have to do is get that timing down between Brandon Lloyd and Tom Brady. They hit this play last week versus Tennessee. It was a great sign. Brandon Lloyd, a different receiver in his pacing. Tom Brady still learning him.
So now Stephen Gostkowski will attempt a 46-yard field goal. And this kick is up and good. And the Cardinals are complaining to the referee. Something that occurred on the line. But the Patriots score, and it's now 6-3. Ken Wisenhunt spending a lot of time talking to the referee, David Scott. What's the deal?
He's not happy. I believe it goes back to that third down offside play. He's not happy at all. We saw, you know, these are replacement officials and these coaches, there's a lot on the line. We talked about this being a measuring stick, and he obviously didn't like something. He let them have it.
LaRod Stevens-Howling will be back, and the Cardinals will take it at the 20-yard line.
And here's that offsides. Quentin Groves is who they said. Now what they're getting for is aligning offsides, and I can tell you typically what works there is that they say, hey, 54, you're pushing it, you're offside. They give you a warning. The second time they'll get you on the flag. Obviously didn't give the warning.
Or lining up in the neutral zone, which often is the call on that. So the Cardinals leading 6-3 with 2:22 to go in the first. Start from the 20. Ryan Williams checking in at running back. And here is Williams coming back after that devastating knee injury, missing all of last year, gets 2 yards.
We talked to Bill Belichick the other day, and I said, Bill, this linebacking crew, this massive linebacking crew with Spikes, Mayo, Hightower, the rookie, and Chandler Jones, they kind of remind me of your old New York Giants. He got a big smile on his face. And I said, I take it that's by design. And he said, absolutely.
Got Pepper Johnson, one of those old Giant linebackers, on his staff. Second down at 8. Here is Kolb, and he completes the pass to Todd Heap. Finally connecting with Heap. Tried to go to him several times earlier, and a gain of 6.
We can see early that they've identified Todd Heap as being a critical element to this game. When you're playing all this coverage, 2 deep safeties to take away Larry Fitzgerald, someone else has to emerge. It looks like the Cardinals have identified Todd Heap as that guy.
Fitzgerald has caught just 1 pass for 4 yards thus far. And now 3rd and 2 coming up from the 28. Kolb will be held short by a couple of yards. Rob Ninkovich makes the stop, and the Cardinals, 3 and out, will have to kick it away.
And that's a coverage sack. Kevin Kolb had nowhere to go. Good coverage by the New England Patriots. Kevin Kolb did the smart thing, tucked it down, was safe. They're going to punt the football away.
And Dave Zastadil will be doing the kicking. Julian Edelman is back at around the 25-yard line for New England. And the fair catch by Edelman at the 28. So the early injury to Aaron Hernandez, and he had to be helped into the locker room. Let's get an update from Jennifer Hale.
Dick, that's right. A trainer on either side had to assist him down into the Patriots locker room. It's an ankle injury for Hernandez. His return today is now questionable, and I can tell you this is kind of taking some of the wind out of the sails over on the Patriots sideline. A pretty somber group right now. Dick?
It sure is, Jennifer. Not only the sideline, but the crowd as well. And there you see Hernandez going in. Michael Manawanui is into the game. He is the 3rd tight end on this club, number 47. And on first down, Stephen Wrigley going off the right side, showing the hard running that he exhibited against Tennessee. And Darrell Washington makes the tackle, and it'll be a 20-yard pickup for Wrigley as time will run out in this quarter.
Well, they talk about next man up in the National Football League. Right now it's Oa Manawanui assuming Aaron Hernandez's role, and he gets the key block to spring Stephen Ridley.
And the handoff to Ridley, and they try to get the play in before the end of the quarter, and they did as time was running out, and a 1-yard gain. And that is the end of the first quarter here in Foxborough, with Arizona leading New England 6-3. And Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages. Start of the second quarter from the 49. Play action for Brady, and Brady is going deep downfield and trying to get to Brandon Lloyd. Patrick Peterson was down there with help, so Brady trying to take a shot on the first play of the second quarter.
Well, we've talked about the balance in week one, what balance allows you to do when you run the ball effectively. Tom Brady, I think one of his greatest assets, tremendous play-action passer. He sells it better than anybody. Brandon Lloyd gives him a threat outside to take advantage of it. He's not used to having a guy like Patrick Peterson that can run right there with him.
Without Hernandez, what does that mean to the balance, John?
Well, you probably see a little bit less of it, but we've seen with Oa Manawanui, they aren't afraid to stay with that game plan.
And this pass, again, trying to go to Brandon Lloyd, and it's out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down, and the Patriots will have to kick.
And interesting, we said earlier, the comment that Ray Horton, the defensive coordinator, the best football player ever when talked about Tom Brady. What did he say, though, at the end of that? He's got a weakness, and it's he doesn't like to get hit. And that's what I'm referring to has happened in these Super Bowls against the New York Giants. And I think that's the Patriots' response. They're always ahead of the trend. And I think they're saying, we're not going to get Tom Brady hit that much anymore. We're going back to being a balanced offense.
And here is Peterson, tries to stay in bounds, as the Cardinals, who have been known for blocking kicks, came very close on that one on the kick by Zoltan Mesko. We'll be back. Six to 3, and the Cardinals have a first down on the 16. Ryan Williams going to get trapped for a loss. Back to the 10. Loss of 4. Chandler Jones, the #1 draft pick out of Syracuse, and a force as a rookie already.
And boy, has he made an impact, and he's slippery is what he is. He gets good push. He finds a way with that length to get off people, and they talk about in this defense all the time, setting an edge. He sets the edge about as well as any young player I've ever seen.
Cardinals got a couple of field goals early, one after an interception, but they've been 3 and out, and now the Patriots trying to make a stand defensively. Play action back at the 5, and this pass is bobbled and caught by Ryan Williams, and he gets out to the 19. And it'll be 3rd down after the 6-yard pickup.
We watch Chandler Jones on this play working against DeAnthony Batiste. He's very good with his hands. He's relentless, as great pass rushers are. And Ryan Williams, you got to catch that ball clean. If you catch it clean, you got more yardage.
Now 3rd and 8. Kolb in trouble. Flags thrown. 2 of them. Back behind the line of scrimmage. And Todd Heath makes the catch. And he would have a Cardinal first down out to the 32 pending the call.
It's coming back. It's coming back with holding. Chandler Jones, we've been talking about. He forced that hold. You watch him right here, and I would tell you, you better get him help out there, Batiste, because Chandler Jones is starting to assert himself. And they get Batiste on the holding play. This one's coming back.
Holding on the offense. Number 74. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
And keep in mind that Batiste is in there because Levi Brown, who was the starting left tackle, hurt before the season got underway. A big loss for this offensive line. And it'll be a 9-yard loss as a result of the play. And the ball placed at the 9. 3rd down and 17. Kolb in the end zone, and the pass incomplete, throwing it up the middle, intended for Stevens Howling. And once again, Chandler Jones, who's been feasting on Batiste.
And here he is right here, and you better get Batiste help, because I said he's starting to assert himself. He's doing more than that. He's wreaking havoc on this Arizona Cardinals offense, and you got to get that young man at the left tackle some help.
How do you give him help?
You chip him, you bring a tight end there, and you hit him before you go out on your route. You don't leave him out on that island alone against a great pass rusher like Chandler Jones.
Edelman back to the 31. Gets some running room for the Patriots. Julian Edelman gets into Arizona territory to the 46. This after a terrific punt of 59 yards by Zastudil, but a 22-yard punt return by Edelman. A tight defensive battle early in the second quarter with the Cardinals up by 3. Best starting position for the Patriots, and Stephen Wrigley on first down gets to the 41-yard line, picking up 5 yards on first down as the Patriots start this drive in Cardinal territory.
You know, another reason everybody thought it was peculiar, the offensive balance that the Patriots, who've thrown so much in the last couple of years, when you have a young man like Stephen Ridley in his second year emerge like he has, you're a little more prone to run the football. He was incredible last week. He's picking up where he left off today.
Second down and 5, and the pitch to Ridley off the left side, first down. And you're absolutely right, the hard runner who never seems to stop gets 12 yards. Adrian Wilson, the safety, making the tackle at the 29. So the Patriots driving, trailing by a field goal still early in this second quarter.
And Dick, you just captured his running style, the hard runner. That's what he is. He even talked about it this week. He said, I'm trying to get down and deliver the punch rather than get punched, and he does it, and he does it well.
Once again, Ridley. And once again, Ridley gets a first down. Wouldn't go down, kept his balance, and gets close to the 18-yard line for 10 more yards.
I want you to watch Donald Thomas. He's going to pull around here and get the key kick-out block. And Ridley gets right behind him. You got to do it at the line of scrimmage, then you leave it to the back to do the rest. And Stephen Ridley's getting those tough extra yards by churning those legs.
And that only opens up the passing for Tom Brady. They're going to run it again. And Ridley fighting his way to the 16. Campbell on the tackle, a 4-yard pickup. And Ridley now has gained 55 yards, averaging over 6 yards a carry, and that's what he had last week against Tennessee.
And I'll tell you what, Tom Brady's about one thing: winning. And when we talked about the balance, you think a quarterback might be a little perturbed, a guy that's used to throwing it 50 times a game. But he said, this is the chess match we want to play. They're giving us the pass, we'll take the pass. They're giving us the run, we'll take the run.
Pick your poison. Here's Brandon Lloyd. And Lloyd out of bounds by Fleming before the first down. Kurt Menefee with a game break.
Well, like in your game, another underdog with the lead on the road. Tampa Bay at the Giants. Josh Freeman hooking up with Vincent Jackson for a 29-yard score. They lead it 10-6, and that was after the Buccaneers defense picked off Eli Manning to set things up. Dick, try to wipe the smile off John Lynch's face, will you?
Hey, Greg Schiano is in Rutgers' neighborhood, you know,
That's right,
and has the lead. Third down and 2, and here is Woodhead, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. So the Cardinals on the last 2 downs closed down, and this time it was Paris Lennon who makes the tackle.
You watch these guys, strong up the middle is what we said, and they show it right here. Paris Lennon, go ahead, take on the blocker and then make the play. That's a good job making the hold on a 3rd and short.
Now the Patriots looking to tie the game. 29-yard attempt coming up for Gostkowski on 4th down and 1. Bill Belichick going the percentage way, and there's movement in the line, and if it's against the Cardinals, it would be an automatic first down, but it's not. It's false start against New England.
Hold on, they're calling offsides, I believe.
Well, the official came in and vehemently indicated a false start. But you're right.
False start on a snapper. Still 4th down.
Danny Aiken, the long snapper here.
And watch that long snapper right there. Well,
I don't see it.
not seeing much. And the side judge, the reason I thought offside, because he came in signaling offsides, it was the umpire behind that called the false start. So different opinions. You see a little twitch of the football. That's not enough to call the false start.
This is the second time we have had mixed calls by the replacement officials on whether it would be a false start or an offside against the defense. crowd really upset. They saw the replay up there. So Gostkowski again to attempt the 34-yard field goal after the penalty. And the kick is good. So Gostkowski 2 for 2 today, 2 for 2 last week against the Titans. And we have a 6-6 tie as the Arizona Cardinals hanging tough in the first half in Foxborough. Back here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Gostkowski with the field goal. Now there's the scoring drive. Keep in mind the Patriots started on the Cardinal 46, and with Tom Brady in that offense, getting 3 is not what they usually find. And here's Larry Fitzgerald, who has not yet been in the flow offensively for the Cardinals. LaRod Stevens-Howling running it out from the end zone. Good return by Stevens-Howling, and a flag flies from upfield. And he is knocked out of bounds. Fitzgerald and Wells coming back on the field for Arizona.
During the return, holding on the return team, number 39, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So Fitzgerald, not much going on with that star, and James Sanders here on the hold.
Former Patriot James Sanders, and they get that one right. And it puts the Cardinals backed up again. We saw what happened last time they were backed up. Chandler Jones took over the series, and Chandler Jones did so good they put him on the bench right now, so he's not out there, but they still have to get Batiste some help at the left tackle.
Jermaine Cunningham, number 96, is in the game. First down and 10. Kolb to throw on first down, and then a shallow cross pass caught by Todd Heap. He's played a big role early on. Gets it out to the 23, picking up 5.
We talk about that last drive. Chandler Jones taking it to Anthony Batiste one-on-one. Really just taking over the drive, getting pressures, drawing penalties, and ultimately making the Arizona Cardinals punt.
Kolb is 7 of 12 for 47 yards. Here's Beanie Wells going outside, and Wells will have the first down as he gets to the 29.5-yard line. And there is Chandler Jones, and you know he's going to come back for more, and it'll be interesting to see how the Cardinals keep him away from Kolb.
Dick, another way to do it is what they just did, is run the football. No better way to take the sting out of a pass rusher than run the football right at him.
Cardinals on their 30. Kolb flush from the pocket and goes out of bounds. Devin McCourty keeping his hands down and allowing Kolb to go out of bounds, but he picks up 5.
And that's a positive first down. I mean, you get to a 2nd and 5. That's staying on schedule. That's what they want to do with Kevin Kolb. That's part of the patience. Take what they're giving you. They're going to make you earn anything. Don't make that critical mistake that the Patriots are trying to suck you into.
They have been patient. They've had the ball 4.5 minutes more than New England. 2nd and 5. Empty backfield. Kolb takes off. And this was a design play, it appears, John, and a first down out to the 41. Getting 6.
You've been doing this a while, Dick, because you're absolutely right. This is a quarterback draw all the way. Kevin Kolb, remember, played in a run-and-shoot offense in college. Spread it out at Houston. Russ Grimm, the offensive line coach, told me before, we're going to do what Kevin's comfortable with. Part of that is spreading it out. And they're having success with it right now.
So if the byword is patience for the Cardinals, they have shown it thus far.
Hey, where you going?
From the 41, Beanie Wells. And Wells driving hard to the 45-yard line.
Beanie Wells is doing exactly what they need him to do. I watched the Tennessee Titans last week, and everybody's asking what's wrong with Chris Johnson. Well, he wanted to go outside all the time, east and west. The Patriots are going to give you 4 yards. You go for those 4 yards, try to make them 6. Beanie Wells is doing a nice job of that today.
Johnson gained only 4 yards last week. And the Titans only 20 on the ground. 2nd and 6. Kolb, pressure up the middle, and throws it away. Good move by Kolb, and it was Brandon Spikes, the linebacker, storming up the middle. And for a game break, Kurt Menefee again. Kurt.
And again, it's Joe Flacco to the air, this time hooking up with Jacoby Jones. He scores his first touchdown as a Raven. 21 yards on the score, and Baltimore leads it at Philly 14-7, Dick and John.
Boy, that's a tough game in Philadelphia. Let's see Spikes here.
Watch him right up the middle. Beautiful spin move, getting in Kevin Kolb's face. The Patriots starting to get to Kolb with the pass rush.
And a whistle and a timeout called by the Patriots. So the Patriots with their first timeout of the first half, and Ken Whisenhunt out on the field has been upset. It has to do with the setting of the game clock. But we'll take a break. And we're back with the Patriots calling the timeout, and Ken Whisenhunt complaining about the play clock before the timeout. 3rd down and 6. Cardinals on their own 45. Kolb stepping up again, won't get away this time, and loses the ball. Fumbles it, and the Patriots recover. Tavon Wilson, who had an interception last week in his first game, the 2nd-round pick out of Illinois. And Kolb turns it over, and the Patriots will get it in great field position on their own 48.
Let's go back to the beginning. Watch Steve Gregory going to double Larry Fitzgerald. They're taking him out of the game. That causes Kolb to hold on to the football, and everybody from the Cardinals said, we have to protect the football, and they don't do it. Right there, and Tavon Wilson, Johnny on the spot, and it's the rookies. Chandler Jones, who else? Pops it out. Rookie to rookie, 1st-round draft choice, 2nd-round draft choice. These guys are having an impact on this defense, Dick.
And now a whistle blows, and once again they're resetting the clock. So the last time the Patriots had the ball, they started on the 46 of the Cardinals, got 3 out of it. Now they're on the 48 in a 6-6 game. And on the fake end around, and Brady goes down. A big loss. Sam Acho wouldn't go for the fake, and the first sack of the game by Arizona. And they'll lose 10 yards.
A little razzle-dazzle. They've been running the football. Going to watch Acho. He's not going for any of it. Go ahead, fake the reverse. I'm going to go sack the quarterback. Tom Brady almost escapes with a little Houdini. But too much for Brady, and Kevin Kolb says, yes, keep that going, boys.
2nd down and 20. Ray Horton, and former defensive back coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the whistle and preliminary signal is a false start against the Patriots.
False start. Offense. Number 64. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's on Donald Thomas. Ray Horton. He's the one that said, among others, after you did, that this is a measuring stick for this ball club in this 2nd game of the season.
And you know, a great measuring stick is right now. Sudden change. You turn the football over. How are you going to respond? The great defenses respond with success right away. The Cardinals having it early in this series.
And Brady goes down. And this time it was Quentin Groves, the 2nd sack. And the Cardinals coming on and pressuring Tom Brady, a loss of 7 this time.
And here comes Quentin Groves, going to come inside, going to run a little stunt, comes inside, clear path to Tom Brady. And as Ray Horton said, that's Tom Brady's weakness in their mind. He doesn't like being hit. I don't know who does, but Tom Brady, the Giants have kind of got that roadmap. You want to have success against Brady, hit him in the mouth.
No question. No one likes to be hit, but that's maybe the only way to curtail Tom Brady, as Danny Woodhead is stopped by Darrell Washington after a gain of 5. And this crowd not pleased with what they're seeing thus far in this first half with under 5 minutes remaining. in a 6-6 game. And you wonder what's going through his mind.
Well, he'll never panic. I know that. He'll never panic. They'll make adjustments. But what's going on to me, Cardinals are a good football team, and they're showing it right now, hanging toe-to-toe with the New England Patriots.
Zoltan Mesko picking it away. And the ball takes a bounce, and it was off of a Patriot. And it was Marquise Kolb who picked it up. And the Cardinals will get the ball back. Big first half for Peterson. Well, Fox tomorrow. Fox presents a gripping new series critics call a mix of ER and 24. See why this isn't your regular medical drama. Dr. Grace Devlin is devoted to medicine but indebted to the mob. So don't miss the new series, The Mob Doctor, premiering tomorrow at 9, 8 Central on Fox. Quickly out of the huddle of the Cardinals, starting from their own 29, so they dodged that bullet after the turnover. Dede Wells does not get away and dodge Brandon Spikes. And a loss of 3 on first down.
And here's why Bill Belichick was smiling when we asked him about his linebackers. Watch Brandon Spikes go take on the run, take on the block from Darren College, then go ahead and make the tackle. That's extraordinary effort. And that's what these linebackers have provided the New England Patriots thus far.
This first half have developed into a defensive skirmish. Second down and 13 for Kolb. Doesn't make the throw, and the pass over toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. Early Doucette was the intended receiver.
Who's coming and putting pressure on again? No one else but Chandler Jones. And you see these linebackers. Look at the size of these guys. 255, 250, 270 for Dante Hightower. And Chandler Jones, who's been all over the place, 260 pounds. Big men that can move. That causes problems for any offense.
We knew the Cardinals had a good defense. Patriots improved, but who expected 6-6 at this stage? Third and 13. Cardinals are 2 of 7 on third down conversions. Now they're 2 of 8 because a great tackle. Todd Heap stopped by Dante Hightower, the other #1 pick out of Alabama, and shy of the first down to the 38.
Decision here on 4th and 1. Right now that offense is staying out there. See if they try to draw the Patriots off sides.
Well, they've withstood the Patriot offense when they've had good field position, John, the last 2 times they've had the ball. See if they actually run this play. And time is called, and the Cardinals will call a timeout.
Timeout, Arizona.
Well, this is a surprising game. And the injury to Aaron Hernandez really put a dark cloud over this Patriot team early on in this game, John, without question. And they've had to go without one of the 2 outstanding tight ends that they've had. And the Cardinal defense has been there. Your thoughts of this first half?
Well, I think the Arizona Cardinals have been impressive. They've done. We talked about the need for them to be patient. They've been patient. They've only turned the ball over the 1 time. They've got to protect. But at some point, you've got to start turning these into touchdowns, because I keep saying it, but the New England Patriots will figure things out offensively. With Aaron Hernandez or not, they'll find a way to get it in the end zone. So the Cardinals got to start turning some of the success into touchdowns to beat the New England Patriots.
Notwithstanding that, you'd have to say that the Cardinals defense against this offense has been all you wanted more.
We knew that coming in. This is a good group. This is a team that has won 8 of their last 10. We talked about the measuring stick. Right now they're measuring up pretty well against these New England Patriots.
So they're going to punt the ball after lining up as if to run one, and Zastagil punting to Edelman, who calls for the fair catch, and a great punt by Zastagil to about the 10-yard line. That was a 52-yarder. Welker, so far, has not caught a pass. Last week caught only 3, and people were wondering, is Wes Welker still in the flow for the Patriot offense?
I think he's still in the flow, and I think he's going to come in handy, particularly if Aaron Hernandez is hurt. But I would venture to say, with the balance they're going to demonstrate on offense this year, his catches will go down from a guy that's used to having over 120 catches a year. I don't see that for Wes Welker this year.
Troy Brown sitting up in Bob Kraft's box, the owner. Ridley doesn't get much on first down. And Owa Manawananui is in the game at tight end. So it's Gronkowski. Troy Brown and Bill Belichick paid him the ultimate compliment, didn't he?
He did. And Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, they all know what Troy Brown meant to this franchise. And he said those championships that we have, Troy Brown is as responsible as anyone for those because of what he meant to this franchise as a player. 2nd and 9,
and here's Ridley, and Ridley is hit first by Calais Campbell and then help after that. A loss of 1 on the play as we wind down to the 2-minute warning. And an inspired defensive effort by the Arizona Cardinals in this first half.
I think we'd all agree Bill Belichick knows some football. He said strong up the middle. That's exactly what this Cardinals defense is.
Troy Brown inducted into the Patriot Hall of Fame yesterday, and Wes Welker, who hasn't caught a pass, he'll pass Brown, but look how closely they resemble each other with their career numbers.
There's Wes Welker. Troy Brown, I'm sure, eagerly waiting like everyone else for him to break his record. They can't get him the ball right now, though.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 3rd and 10 from the 10. And here's Brady with a lot of time. And the pass is caught by Wes Welker. And Welker makes the pass that exceeds Troy Brown's count. 25 yards. And breaks Troy Brown's team record with his 558th catch. And who's up applauding? Of course, Troy Brown.
No time to celebrate, though. We're in a 2-minute drill. So here we go.
First down. Brady had a lot of time. This time a screen pass to Danny Woodhead. And Woodhead is knocked by Paris Lennon, but not before. The screen pass gets the Patriots a first down to the 47.
And this is where you have to weather the storm if you're this Cardinals defense. Tom Brady's starting to get some momentum. Inspired by the Wes Welker catch, a big screen. You got to buckle down as a defense, get pressure, and hit Brady and disrupt the timing outside.
This is the best rhythm that the Patriot offense has shown all day. And there's Brady, can't go right, directing traffic and going deep to Gronkowski, who nearly makes a great catch. He had beaten Adrian Wilson, the strong safety, and dove for it but couldn't make the play.
You know, when you're a kid, you 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. That's too much time for Tom Brady. And Rob Gronkowski, 260 pounds, outrunning Adrian Wilson, and a near miss for the Patriots. But you feel the momentum swaying their way.
Gronkowski is out of there. And Owa Manawanui comes in, and here is Woodhead trying to wend his way into Cardinal territory, which he does, picking up 6 yards. And we approach 1 minute remaining in the half. The Patriots still have 2 timeouts remaining, and Gronkowski returns. Play selection virtually even to this point. Brady will dive. He knew there was nothing downfield. And that'll be the 3rd sack as he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll credit it to Calais Campbell. So the Patriots call no timeout. No timeout. So they still have 2 remaining. The Cardinals have 1 timeout left.
And what a job by that Arizona defense. We talked, you could feel the momentum starting to go in the Patriots' favor, but on a big 3rd down, they buckle down, they get off the field. It's hard to do versus Tom Brady. They've done an outstanding job in this first half.
Patriots are 3 for 8.
Arizona. That is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
3rd down conversions, and now the Cardinals will call their 3rd and final timeout. What's coming up at halftime on Fox? Here's Kurt Menefee.
All right, coming up on the Visa Halftime Report, we'll put the guys back to work as we get ready for highlights from a busy Week 2 in the NFL, including Michael Vick and the Eagles hosting Baltimore in a game that's featured a lot of scuffles. Plus, Ryan Tannehill gets his first NFL touchdown. You'll be surprised how it happens.
All right, Kurt, Well, you talk about balance for the Patriots offense. We got our balance in the studio for our pregame and halftime shows, don't we?
A lot of balance in a beautiful new studio, I might say. Dick, I think even though they didn't cash in with points, and it looks like they're going for it on 4th down here, I think the Patriots found something in that no-huddle, up-tempo offense. I'd be interested to see if they come out in the second half.
It is 4th down and 4 on the Cardinal 47. Cardinals are out of timeouts. Patriots still have 2, but they need the first down to keep the ball. And they're going to use one of them right now.
Timeout, New England. Second team timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Tom Brady has completed 7 of 12 for 75 yards. He has thrown 1 interception. Ridley has gained 54 yards on the ground, nearly 5 yards a clip, and they have spread the ball around to the receivers.
And Dick, you do the NBA. You've done the NBA that was an NBA type deal. You come out there, you see what the defense is going to give you, you check it out, then you call timeout, and now they don't like the look, so all right, let's throw our punt team out there. Good use of a situation, and that's what they do, the Patriots, better than anybody, situational football.
Could have used the 20-second timeout with the hands on the tapping the shoulders. So Zoltan Mesko out to kick it away. And Patrick Peterson back at the 10-yard line. And 5 seconds, and they just used enough time. The Cardinals, unless there's a dramatic return, won't get anything. There'll be no return here. And that will run out the first half. A surprising 6-6 score at halftime. And right now we go to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles for the Visa halftime, which starts now. And back here in Foxborough, 6-6 as we get ready for the start of the third quarter. A shocking score with the Patriots so impressive last week. Cardinals winning as well. We want to remind you to follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. Now, the big story early on was that Aaron Hernandez, the tight end, was injured, hurt his ankle on the 3rd offensive play for the Patriots, and he has not returned. The 2 questions: can the Cardinal defense, they've been terrific, sustain it more in the second half, continue to do it, and how they're going to score points against the Patriots?
Well, let's answer the latter first, because I think they're going to have to score points to beat the New England Patriots. I believe the Patriots found something in that last drive. I would not be surprised to see them go up-tempo, a little no-huddle, get this thing going. Now, the Cardinals defense, they're doing a great job. They're affecting Tom Brady. They're getting to him. The Cardinals offense, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little Patrick Peterson. We know about him as a punt returner. We saw the 1 Wildcat play. They need some explosion plays because they need touchdowns. And then look for Todd Heap. He seems to be the guy they identified. They're going to take Larry Fitzgerald away. Someone else has to be one-on-one. It's been Todd Heap that's taken advantage of it.
Well, I'll tell you, the Patriots certainly have taken Fitzgerald away with only 1 catch for 4 yards. And the Patriots, who won the toss and deferred, now will get the ball to start this second half. McCourty is back along with Matthew Slater. They have 2 men back to the Patriots, and this kick into the end zone and out of the end zone. So the Patriots will start at the 20-yard line. Let's take a look at the first half numbers. And what's not on that list is the fact that the Patriots have now had the ball 12 minutes more than the Cardinals. So the point you just made, they may have that momentum going offensively.
Absolutely, and we saw Tom Brady. He doesn't have many near misses, but he had a near miss to Rob Gronkowski. The plays, you got to continue to put heat because Tom Brady is a champion and he's a battler. He's never going to panic. He's never going to give up. They got to put pressure on him.
First down, play action. Stepping up is Brady, and he completes to Wes Welker. And Welker gets tripped up. Might have had a lot more, but he'll take it into Cardinal territory at the 43, a gain of 36 on the first play of the third.
Well, you don't see the play action, but the play action opens it up. It opens up that seam, and Wes Welker does what he has done with Tom Brady for so many years here and so well in New England, makes a big catch for a nice gain, getting the Patriots out of being backed up.
Dropped one last week, and we know he dropped one in the Super Bowl. That was a good catch, and they're all important for him. First down on the 44 of Arizona. And the quick to Brandon Lloyd. And Lloyd is hit immediately, and let's go down to the field to Jennifer Hale.
Well, Dick, Coach Ken Wisenhunt tells me he believes the key to this Cardinals defense has been that they're playing their scheme so well, and they're taking what the Patriots are giving them with a great deal of patience. As far as how to turn these field goals into touchdowns, look for better balance, a lot more run game out of the Cardinals this time around. Of course, the Patriots have the same challenge. They need touchdowns, not field goals. Bill Belichick tells me he wants his team to improve on every aspect of the game. Dick?
All right, Jennifer, and the way to get those touchdowns is to get first downs, as Stephen Ridley just did, getting about 8 yards to move the chains to the 33.
And you notice what they're doing. They're doing what they had success with. It didn't turn into points at the end of the first half. They aren't huddling. They're going up tempo. I think that keeps this Arizona defense a little more vanilla. They throw so much at you. Tom Brady calls it spinning the dial. Well, when you go no huddle, that keeps them off balance. Good adjustment by the New England Patriots, something Bill Belichick does better than anybody in this game.
First down, and here's Brady stepping up, going to the right side, incomplete to Edelman. So it'll be second down and 10. We have had 4 field goals in this game, and who would have anticipated that a Tom Brady offense would not get a touchdown in a half at home in the opening game?
And there's what Ray Horton talked about. You got to hit him and you got to sack him. And the Cardinals have done a great job of doing that. We'll see if they can keep up with that.
And here's Brady on a screen, and the ball tipped. And anytime you have a tipped ball, you have the possibility of an interception, and that's how Brady threw his interception in the first half. It was Ridley, the intended receiver. And now 3rd and 10. Danny Woodhead checking in as Ridley goes out. And Lloyd will be to the top of your picture. They haven't gone very deep to Lloyd yet. Now Peterson now gives way to another defensive back coming in from behind, and this pass is deflected incomplete, and it was William Gay on Wes Welker. And Gay, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, a lot of experience back there, makes the play. And it'll be 4th down, and the Patriots will punt.
And you just said it, making plays, and that's what the Cardinals have done. This is a good throw by Tom Brady. Wes Welker goes for it. It's a good drive on the ball by William Gay, and that's what the Cardinals have done. They've gotten to these 3rd downs, and they've found a way to get off the field on 3rd down, which is a tough thing to do against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Stephen Gostkowski will try to put the Patriots in front with a 51-yard field goal. It's on the mark and good. And the Patriots take the lead for the first time today. Early here in this 3rd quarter in a battle of 3-pointers. It's 9-6 New England. Back here in Foxborough, 51-yard field goal by Gostkowski, his 3rd of the game. He's 5 for 5 all year. But when you consider that the Patriots got into Cardinal territory again, once again, Arizona's defense stood fast.
And now we see if Kevin Kolb and the Arizona Cardinals can answer the call. You know, one thing we did start to see happen, we started to see that front 7 of the New England Patriots start to take it to the Arizona Cardinals as well. The way you negate that, and Jennifer Hale said it talking to Ken Wisenhunt, you got to run the ball effectively. You got to find those one-on-one matchups.
And here is the return by early Doucette. And Doucette chased out of bounds at the 27, and that's where Kevin Kolb, who has completed 8 of 15 for 59 yards, will start the series for the Cardinals. You talk about the rushing yards. Patriots have out-rushed the Cardinals 78-52. Wells, the leading rusher. Heap with 3 catches, and you talked about the fact that he may be the key man with Fitzgerald covered well.
Absolutely. Someone's going to be one-on-one. It's been Todd Heap thus far. You got to cash in on those opportunities.
And there is Heap in motion back to the line. Kolb on first down. And the pass is caught by Wells out of the backfield. And Beanie Wells gets into Patriot territory just barely to the 49. That was a 24-yard play.
And we talk about Larry Fitzgerald only having one catch, but his impact on the game, he brings two guys out of the zone, the vacated zone. Beanie Wells is there to catch it, and no one's near him except Mayo, who's coming from inside. Larry Fitzgerald has an impact on each and every game because he draws so much attention.
And, of course, they have to watch Chandler Jones, who early in the game got by D'Anthony Batiste, the left tackle. Here is Wells, and Wells tackled from behind by Dante Hightower, and a loss of 2 yards.
I look at this and I say, this is just not right. I mean, you got a guy who's 270 pounds moving like this. He's got tremendous instincts. You aren't supposed to be able to move like that at 270 pounds. And Dante Hightower, he does it, and he does it well.
And during the intermission, you mentioned the fact that they may need more of Patrick Peterson. Well, he's in there now at the Wildcat. Gained 18 yards in the first half on a similar play. And this time, the handoff is to LaRod Stevens-Howling. And Howling battles his way for extra yards, gets to the 44 of New England, picking up about 5.
And I like that as a change of pace. You put your two explosive kick returners out there in Patrick Peterson and Stevens-Howling, and you make up a lot of that loss on first down. You put yourself in a 3rd and 5.
Brian Williams in at running back, and of course Kevin Kolb back in at quarterback on 3rd and 7. From the 44. Kolb screens it out, and Stevens-Howling unable to make the catch. And it'll be 4th down, and so time for a game break. Let's bring in Patrick O'Neill for this one.
All right, Dick, Giants in trouble at home versus Tampa Bay. Eli Manning picked off by Eric Wright, who has all kinds of time to send some text messages as he dances his way for a 60-yard interception return for a touchdown. The Bucs up 23-14 at the half. Dick and John, how you like that?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tampa Bay has to like it a lot. What a start for the Buccaneers if they can sustain. Dave Zastudil on 4th down, and Wes Welker is back to return the punt and calls for the fair catch at about the 10. Well, the idea is to get to Tom Brady. And the Cardinals have gotten to him a few times today.
When you're playing a team like the New England Patriots, you can't miss opportunities. This is a first down, easy pitch and catch. Kevin Kolb just throws an errant football. You can't miss opportunities against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Kevin Cobb's got to be a little sharper. Saw a missed touchdown to Todd Heap earlier going in. You see that on 3rd down. You can't afford those against the Patriots.
Kolb taking over for the injured John Skelton, leading them to a victory last week, making the start today. First down on the 10 for the Patriots. Brady's completed 9 of 17 for 115 yards, and the handoff to Ridley. Ridley got a couple of more than the Cardinal defense probably figures he should have gotten.
I'll tell you what, there's some popping going on down on that field. Two physical football teams, and they're playing like it. But again, we see the up-tempo from the New England Patriots, not getting in a huddle. Had success at the end of the half, and they're going with it now. 4-yard gain, and Ridley is smacked by Darrell Washington. And you talked about the studs that the Cardinals have at the defensive line, linebacker and DBs, and here's a linebacker. And this would make Dick Butkus proud. This is middle linebacker play at its best. Downhill, and then deliver a blow and take him backwards. That's textbook linebacking from Darrell Washington, a really good one in Arizona. I remember a safety used to hit like that. His name was Lynch, and he had a Hall of Fame career. Loss of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 9 from inside the 5. Brady's pass, and it's incomplete. Wes Welker, the intended receiver, and I wonder whether that went through his hands. It did, and you don't see that much from Wes Welker. That ball should be caught. And Wes Welker, always so sure-handed, that goes right through his arms. Missed opportunity now for the New England Patriots. And he had beaten Jamel Fleming. So 4th down, and Zoltan Mesko will be kicking from his end zone.
Patrick Peterson looking for good field position. The kicker's blocked in the end zone. And the ball goes out of bounds. And the Arizona Cardinals, this is what they do. They block kicks. Calais Campbell himself has had 6 in his career. This time it was Quentin Groves, number 54.
Here it comes, right off the edge, going up against Nate Ebner. And they're directionally punting it to get it away from Patrick Peterson. But the problem is the direction's right into Quentin Groves. Tremendous play by Quentin Groves. Arizona ball at the 2-yard line.
And they nearly blocked one early in the game, and Groves, who's not a starter, shows you the depth of this Arizona defense, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 2. Ryan Williams is the tailback. Fitzgerald is in motion. They go to Williams, and Williams maybe a half a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm frankly surprised that Beanie Wells isn't in right now. He's the bigger of the backs. He's the hard running back that gets you up and inside. Not the time in my mind to have Ryan Williams. I know you think he's a fine football player. He's 5'9", 200 pounds. Beanie Wells, 6'2", 230 pounds. He's the guy I want on the field right now.
And he might have limped off the last time. Remember, we showed that screen pass that Kolb didn't connect with, so maybe that's why Williams is in. 2nd and goal, no gain on the play, ball at the 2. Now Heap lines up in motion, and there's a fade to Fitzgerald, and well covered by Devin McCourty. Did a terrific job on Fitzgerald, bringing up 3rd and goal.
We just saw the first time all day that Larry Fitzgerald's been one-on-one. They went to him, but they don't connect. Good job by Devin McCourty contesting the football and making it a tough catch for Larry Fitzgerald.
Didn't have much room on that side to make the play. So now it's 3rd and goal. They spread it out with 4 wide receivers. And they pass, caught, touchdown, Andre Roberts. So Kolb teams up with Roberts, as he did last week, for the winning touchdown against Seattle. And they get the 2 yards that way after spreading it out. And the first touchdown of this game, and the Cardinals take a 12-9 lead.
And that's an excellent call by Mike Miller. You're struggling to get the football in. You go to a quick screen. You only have to get a couple yards. Critical block by Todd Heap. Good execution by the Arizona Cardinals.
So finally the first touchdown, and Jay Feely is on for the extra point. And it comes with just under 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. And it all was set up by the block punt by Quentin Groves. And here's Feely's extra point, and it is now a 13-9 lead for the Cardinals. Roberts. There is the block punt by Groves. And then on 3rd and goal, the touchdown pass to Roberts. And we're back, and there's Quentin Groves, who blocked the punt, setting up the go-ahead touchdown. 3 sacks plus an interception. And the Cardinals playing inspired football against the heavily favored New England Patriots. And Feely's kick out of the end zone, and New England will take over on the 20. And Tom Brady coming out again, Bill Belichick. And I think what you said at the outset, he warned them that Arizona could be tough. You know what? He knew what he was talking about. Back here in Foxborough, first down for the Patriots on the 20, trailing 13-9. And here's Stephen Ridley. And Ridley getting a couple. Paris Leonard making the stop. Well, call ** NFL to download NFL Mobile now and get coverage of every NFL game.
Donald Thomas at right guard. Remember, Dan Connolly had a concussion last week versus the Tennessee Titans. He dressed but has not played today for the New England Patriots.
And Ridley is Flank to the bottom of your picture is a wide receiver. Empty backfield for Tom Brady. Goes up the middle and in stride. Welker makes the catch. And it'll be a first down to the 33 for the Patriots, getting 9 yards. The Cardinals are playing their nickel. 2 down linemen in Dockett and Campbell, and a bunch of linebackers and an extra DB.
It's their nickel defense. It's been effective. They've continued to harass Tom Brady. I like what Tom Brady just did. Wes Welker, who's been so dependable over the years, drops a big third down, go right back to him. Tell him, I got confidence in you, buddy.
Play action for Brady. And he goes to the back, and it's Ridley. And he's ridden out of bounds, picking up a couple of yards, and he gets 3. Third play of the game. Big story for the Patriots. Aaron Hernandez injured an ankle. This was midway through the first quarter. And here's another look at it. And it was Julian Edelman who rolled him up from behind on a completed pass. Had to be helped off the field and helped into the locker room. A huge loss. Gronkowski and Hernandez, the great 1-2 tight end punch. And here's Ridley with the run, and the second effort will get him a first down out to the 45. A pickup of 7.
I really like this Stephen Ridley. Let's just watch him. He's lined up right here. They're in the shotgun. They're going to go to him. Gronkowski pulls, but again, you said it, Dick, second effort. He keeps his legs churning. He gets the tough yards. This kid's a good back, and they're starting to take advantage of it.
First down at the 45, play action. And the pass thrown to Brandon Lloyd underneath. And Harris led it, very consistent there, in a 9-yard pickup for Tom Brady. It'll be second down and 1 with under 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Gronkowski goes out of the game. He has caught 1 for 9. And we mentioned Hernandez leaving the game in the first quarter. So last week the tight ends caught 12 passes. Second down and 1. Tackled at the line by Darnell Dockett. And last week, however, the double tight ends had a huge game.
And they had a big year last year. I mean, that's what these guys do. They set a record for 169 receptions in 2011. They picked up where they left off last week with 12 catches. Usually we talk about this week. Usually you talk about versatile. The player's not that good, but he provides you a lot of things. These guys are versatile, and they're the best at the league at their position.
Ridley now split to the right on first down at the 45 of the Cardinals. Brady ducks under one defender and throws it away. Very alert play by the 13-year veteran. Escaping the pressure by the Cardinals. Sacked 3 times today.
And this is just good coverage. You know, Brady's got a lot of time here, but there's no one open. And you got to wonder there, is Brady out of the pocket? They define the pocket between the tackles. You can't throw the football away like this if you're inside the pocket. Curious if they missed one there.
Second down and 10. Cardinals leading by 4. They scored the only touchdown in this game. Brady in stride, and this pass is called a catch at the 36. Close to the first down, maybe a little short by Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon Lloyd provides a different dimension to this Patriots team. I think the first legitimate outside threat at the wide receiver position since Randy Moss, and we all know how productive he was here as a member of the New England Patriots.
And the handoff to Lex Hilliard, the fullback, and he'll get the first down. Lex Hilliard, the former Dolphin fullback. One thing about Bill Belichick, he always sees things in other players who may be discarded and picks them up because maybe in a certain situation they'll help him there.
I had Greg Schiano, who's been mentored by Bill Belichick, good friends in the preseason. I asked him, what'd you learn most from Bill Belichick? He said to think differently. And we talked to Coach Belichick, and we'll tell you in a second where he got that perspective from.
10th play of this drive. Ball at the 34 of Arizona. Brady's pass, And he was trying to get it to Lloyd. Peterson covering, crowd looking for a bump downfield by Peterson. No flag is down. So it'll be second down.
Speaking of that different perspective, Bill Belichick said, look, I had a high school coach that ran 4 plays. We had 3 runs, 1 pass, and we won a lot of football games. I was at Navy. Wayne Hart and the head coach Lee Corso, who we see on TV on the weekends doing college football, said these guys did things differently. What I found out through all my experiences, you do what works, and that's what they've done, and done better than anybody here in New England.
Well, you were with them at the tail end, and Belichick has tremendous respect for you on second down, and they dump it off, and the catch is made and the hit is made. William Gay knocking down Stephen Ridley after a gain of 3. And tell us about your experience when you came here to New England.
Well, it was at the end of my career. I had left Denver's camp in 2008 and was really going to retire. I had played 15 years, had 4 kids, and I was going to go home and enjoy it, and the right person called. It was Bill Belichick. They talked me into coming and playing a linebacker role, and I think the greatest line ever. He called me in at the end of the 3 weeks and said, John, you're a Hall of Fame safety, but you're not a very good linebacker. And I said, in other words, and I said, I agree with you, Coach. And I went home and called it a career.
Honest to a fault, and Woodhead gets thrown for a loss by Darnell Dockett, so those 2 down linemen are making their presence felt in a loss of 9 yards. I'll tell you one thing, Ray Horton's defense has made Tom Brady uncomfortable today.
Strong up the middle. Bill Belichick said it. If you watch this defense play at all, you can't help but see it, and Darnell Dockett's a huge part of that. Nothing kills offenses like penetration, and that's what they've done consistently today.
So Mesco will be kicking to Peterson, and once again the Cardinal defense holds even when the Patriots get into Arizona territory. That punt goes into the end zone, not what Mesco wanted. And a flag is down up at the 40-yard line.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. Didn't have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchback. Timeout.
So Mesco wanted to keep it in the play, obviously. Instead, the Cardinals will get it out at the 20 when we return with 2:46 to go in the third. It hasn't been business as usual for Tom Brady as the Cardinals get the ball with 2:46 to go. First down at the 25 for Arizona.
On the previous play, the enforcement was chosen by Arizona to be 5 yards from the dead ball spot. It'll be 1st and 10 for Arizona at the 25-yard line.
So there was a 5-yard penalty apparently on the Patriots, and so the Cardinals will start from the 25. And Larry Fitzgerald, talk about great praise. Bill Belichick said maybe he'll go down as the greatest wide receiver ever. And what has he done? He's held him to 1 catch for 4 yards. In motion is Jeff King, and here is Kolb, and the pass is caught by Heath, the tight end, and a first down, getting 11 yards.
Talked earlier about Chandler Jones given a hard time. Excuse me, that's Hightower inside, but watch, the guard pulls the back. You double Chandler Jones, you give Kolb a little more time, and that lets him find Todd Heap down the field. There's the adjustment.
You said they were going to have to do some help, and they did, and it's been effective. Ryan Williams. And not much there for Ryan Williams. Ninkovich was the first one in, and a gain of 2. Arizona Cardinals beating Seattle. It took a last possession touchdown and then a great hold when defensively when Seattle was threatening at the other end. There's Jones, who had an impressive first quarter. Second down and 8. Play action. Putting the pressure on Kolb, and this one is caught, and it's Larry Fitzgerald with his second catch of the game, and right at the sticks, and we'll see whether he gets enough for the first down. Gerard Mayo really forcing Kolb back, and he responded beautifully. And we'll have a penalty.
Holding. Offense. Number 68. 10-yard penalty. Still second
And
down.
that's Adam Snyder. And so penalties like that, when it could have been perhaps a first down for the Cardinals, really put you in a bind.
Call it on Adam Snyder. He's the right guard working against big Vince Wilfork, one of the great players in this league, Vince Wilfork, and he gets a handful. And they talk about feet beat. When your feet are beat as an offensive lineman, the referees would call that each time. Good call. Nice play by Vince Wilfork, drawing the hold.
2nd and 18 instead of a possible first down for the Cardinals. Kolb in trouble. And completes the pass to Heap. And Heap gets away from a defender. And another flag is down. Kyle Arrington missed the tackle. But another penalty flag is down back at the 20-yard line.
You got flags everywhere. A flag back where the quarterback was and a flag at the end. I think you've got 2 personal fouls on the New England Patriots in addition to the big gain by Heap.
Well, that's a gain of over 30 yards if it goes that way.
Good job by Kolb extending the play, finding Todd Heap, breaking the tackle. And you're going to get a late hit out of bounds, and I believe you're going to get a late hit on Kevin Kolb by Spikes.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, roughing the passer, blow to the head. Defense, number 55. That penalty's declined. Late hit on the defense, personal foul, number 28. That penalty's accepted. 15 yards from the dead ball spot, automatic first down.
So they accept the penalty to the safety Steve Gregory, the former San Diego Charger. And it's 27 yards plus tacking on the 15, and the Cardinals will have a first down at the Patriot 29.
No disputing the one at the end of the play, hitting him out of bounds. As for the roughing the passer, I'm not sure. I didn't see a blow to the head. Maybe a late hit on Kevin Kolb, not a blow to the head. These replacement officials, you know, I think this is where it's ridiculous that we're in this situation. Not a bad call, but the fact that in a game that's this tight, you've got guys that aren't used to being out there. Shame on the league in my mind, and shame on the regular officials for not figuring this out sooner.
There's the hit again by Spikes. And there's Gregory. So first down now at the 29 for the Cardinals. Ryan Williams running up the middle and picking up about 3.5. As the time running out here in the 3rd quarter, and the only touchdown in this game scored by the Cardinals on a 2-yard pass from Kolb to Robertson. Whoever thought Bill Belichick's offense would be held without a touchdown through 3 quarters of this home opener, or any game for that matter. LaRod Stevens howling now is alongside Kolb on 2nd and 7. Pressure from behind on Kolb. And Kolb gets it away before Chandler Jones was able to nail him. And 3rd and 7 coming up with 2 seconds left.
And here's D'Anthony Batiste, who's having a handful with Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones very good with his hands. He flushes Kevin Kolb. Smart play by Kevin Kolb, throwing the football away, bringing up a big 3rd down.
John, you pointed out how they helped Batiste with the back against Jones. They didn't have any help there.
They better get some here.
2 seconds to go in the 3rd. 3rd down and 7 at the 25. Kolb steps up, pass, and it is caught. And it's a first down. Pass caught by Early Doucette. And a first down as
That's the end of
the
the third
third quarter comes to an end. Cardinals are driving again and leading 13-9 after 3 quarters of play. And Fox NFL Sunday will continue after a break from your local Fox station. Start of the 4th quarter here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. 13-9. The Cardinals lead the Patriots in a shocker so far. Dick Stockton along with John Lynch and Jennifer Hale. First and 10 at the 16. Kevin Kolb. And the pass on the sideline, and it's a catch to Rob Hausler, one of 3 tight ends, and a gain of 9 yards.
Kevin Kolb's doing an excellent job of extending the plays here. Chandler Jones continues to wreak havoc, but Kevin Kolb extends the play, finds Rob Hausler. Nice game for the Arizona Cardinals.
Second down and 3. 9th play of the drive. Ball is at the 9. And we have a whistle, and a challenge is thrown by Bill Belichick.
New England is challenging the ruling on the field, which was a completed catch.
No. Looked like he got 1 foot.
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Sprint, by Pizza Hut, make it great, and by Bud Light, the official beer of NFL fans. Here we go.
And we're back here. Bill Belichick challenging the call on the field that it was completed pass, and I'm changing my vote.
Yeah, we got a catch.
To a catch.
Right
yes.
foot down, left toe down. The heel never comes down, thus a
After
catch.
review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver had possession of the ball, had 2 feet inbounds. His heel did not come down after the toe. Completed catch.
So he pivoted.
New England is charged with their second team timeout.
Watch the pivot. The heel doesn't come down.
Heel doesn't come down. And our buddy Mike Pereira confirmed that. Good call by these referees.
Am I allowed to change the vote?
Yeah,
like
you
I
can
did?
change your vote. Absolutely.
Doesn't take a lot of courage for that. So Bill Belichick and the Patriots lose a timeout. So they have 2 left. And it'll be now second down and 3 inside the 10. Rod Stevens howling is the running back. And Kolb 14 of 24 for 140 yards. And the flip, Stevens howling. And Howling has the first down. Rod Stevens howling will get 4.5 yards, and it'll be first and goal for the Cardinals. This crowd lost a lot of energy early in the first quarter when Aaron Hernandez went out with an ankle injury, a critical blow to the Patriots, not only in this game, but perhaps the future. And now, with nearly a minute going by in the fourth, it's first and goal at the 5, and the run, and now the Patriots claiming they might be a fumble. Kevin Kolb going in, and touchdown signaled for Kolb, and the Cardinals get the touchdown here.
Kevin Kolb taking a page out of Tom Brady's book. How many times have you seen Brady this? They aren't going to line up over the center. Go ahead, sneak it in. Cobb's going to reach across, extend the ball. The ground causes the fumble. Good call by the officials. Touchdown, Arizona. Heady play by Kevin Kolb, who's playing a really nice game.
And the ball crossed the plane and then came loose. Of course, all scoring plays are reviewed upstairs, and now all turnovers are as well this year.
That's a touchdown. And you see Tom Brady do that all the time, and how ironic that Kevin Kolb does it to Tom Brady on his own field.
What a game for Kevin Kolb. Talk about a redemption game for him. Booed by the fans last week in Arizona when he came in, led them on the game-winning drive, getting another chance after that trade from Philadelphia. They brought him in as the franchise quarterback. Skelton got hurt, and he has delivered. Here's Feely with the extra point, and the Arizona Cardinals have opened up a 20-9 lead in a stunning game. 1 minute into the fourth quarter here in Foxborough. An impressive scoring drive for the Cardinals, capped by Kolb's 5-yard run, 28-yard pass to Heap. There was a personal foul penalty as well. And Jay Feely kicking off to Devin McCourty, and he'll keep it there, and the Patriots will come out on the 20-yard line. So 2 touchdowns in this game, both by Arizona.
And let's take a look at a play that led to this last touchdown. Big 3rd down, and you want to mess with the big boys, you better stand up to them, and early Doucette does it. Gerard Mayo, as good as there is, puts a punishing on him, and Tom Brady rallying his troop. No panic. He's saying one at a time, fellas. Can't get it all back at once, one at a time. We'll see if they can do it.
And of course, that was one of the questions we dealt with about the Cardinal defense. Can they withstand what is going to be a flurry by Tom Brady and company? Starting from the 20, plenty of time, just a minute going by in the 4th, and this first pass is caught by Brandon Lloyd, and may have the first down.
Dick, you know, one way, the best way I've always found to withstand a flurry is to give the flurry. And right now, they're the ones giving the flurry rather than accepting it and trying to withstand it. They've been the aggressor today, the Arizona Cardinals defense.
And under the gun of the New England Patriots, who have never lost a home opener at Gillette Stadium. They won 10 in a row. Play action. Brady's pass is caught by Gronkowski. And Gronkowski gets into Cardinal territory, picking up 22 yards, and that's the way to move the ball early on. Plenty of time for New England, down by 11 to get back.
And what does play action pass do for you? Great sell by Tom Brady. It vacates the area. The linebackers are held. Right behind him comes Rob Gronkowski. Great execution by the New England Patriots.
And the Cardinals, who have won 8 of their last 10 games, so they have quietly put together some success lately. Can they continue it today? And the pass intended for Lloyd, and it's a catch. Kept both feet in and control. And a hurry up for Tom Brady and the Patriots. 9-yard gain, 2nd down and 1.
Got a challenge from Ken Wisenhunt on that last catch by Brandon Lloyd.
Arizona is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch.
Did he drag his feet effectively to keep them both in bounds?
Let's see, it's like 2 toes down. Does he maintain possession through the process of the catch? Looks like a great catch to me by Brandon Lloyd.
Great extension. And the Cardinals are challenging the completion to Brandon Lloyd, and another look. Does he have both feet in and control?
I think he does. He drags. I mean, that is a beautiful catch by Brandon Lloyd. What body control. I think that's going to be confirmed as a catch.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. It is a catch. It will be 2nd and 1.
You know, a subtle thing.
Arizona is charged with our first team timeout.
A subtle thing, what Tom Brady brings to the table after that. He knew it might be challenged. He rushed to the line of scrimmage. It made Ken Wisenhunt throw the flag without seeing it. And now Arizona charged with might be a valuable timeout at the end of this game.
Each team has 2 remaining timeouts. Both coaches have challenged here and lost. 2nd down and 1 at the 39. Patriots down by 11. Brady's pass, and it's dropped by Brandon Lloyd. He was there. A lot easier than the last one that he made the play on, John.
That's like my 13-year-old Little League team. They make the tough ones. The easy ones, not so.
Well, the last game the Patriots played at home without scoring a touchdown was against the Browns back in 2003. Yet they won that game 9-3. Another thing to look at, Tom Brady has thrown a touchdown pass in 33 consecutive games. That's in jeopardy today. That's 4th all time. 3rd down and 1. And the running game to Stephen Ridley. And Ridley is set back by Patrick Peterson. So Peterson doing it every way today, and a loss of 4 yards. He's run the Wildcat. He's made an interception, and now he penetrates and gets the Patriots on 3rd down and forces a punt.
Well, we talked about can they withstand the flurry, and I said the great defenses give the flurry, and Patrick Peterson goes and makes the play in the backfield. Gets off the block. He's playing like a linebacker there. Outstanding football play by Patrick Peterson.
So Mesko will kick it, and Peterson is back deep. Fair catch called for by Peterson inside the 10. And the Cardinals again hold the Patriot offense. And the new AP rankings are out. And this Saturday, college football returns to Fox. First, Erin Andrews, Eddie George, and Joey Harrington get you ready for kickoff with the Fox College Saturday pregame show. Then 2 unbeaten teams clash as the 15th ranked K-State Wildcats will be in Norman, Oklahoma to take on the 6th ranked Sooners in the Big 12 opener for both teams. Coverage of Fox College football begins Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. How about the last 2 weeks on Fox? UCLA upsetting Nebraska and Stanford upsetting USC. Were you upset over that game last night?
Not at all. Not at all. My wife was. My wife went to USC. The good guys got one last night. Good job, Stanford.
Former Stanford star John Lynch, ball on the 9. Here's Beanie Wells, who's coming back after being shaken up, and he picks up almost 9.
Dick, we asked ourselves in the open, we talked about a measuring stick for the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're measuring up pretty well. They've answered every challenge from the New England Patriots. They've been the aggressor throughout the game. Kevin Kolb, we talked about in the open. How's he going to play? His last drive was as good as he's been all day long. They're answering the challenge and some.
2nd down and 2. Ball on the 17. Here's Wells, and the whistle before the play, and it'll be against Arizona. Flag is thrown.
False start on the offense. Number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Wide receiver Andre Roberts. Speaking about wide receivers, Larry Fitzgerald still has caught only 1 pass for 4 yards. He caught one that was nullified because of a holding penalty in which the Cardinals nearly got a 1st down. So not a big game last week and a tough one today.
Well, but I'll tell you, Ken Wisenhunt, Kevin Kolb came in knowing what they were getting into. They knew the New England Patriots were going to try to take away Larry Fitzgerald. They said, we got to be patient, go to other guys, and they have and done so successfully.
Beanie Wells, and Beanie Wells will get the 1st down. So that's the Beanie Wells, the Cardinals with the power run like, and a good block by the fullback, Anthony Sherman, as Wells gets 10 and gets out of trouble. So Bob Kraft, who in 19 years has had 2 quarterbacks and 2 head coaches watching his team down.
Larry Fitzgerald. I talked to my buddy Champ Bailey, the great cornerback for the Denver Broncos, about Larry Fitzgerald this week, and he said, John, as great as he is in the pass game, he's an even better blocker because it's important to him. It matters.
1st down at the 22, and Wells, nothing there. Brandon Spikes brings him down quickly.
The great thing about great players and Larry Fitzgerald is exactly that. They affect the game even when they're not getting the ball thrown to them. He's attracting so much coverage. That's opened up Todd Heap. That's opened up Peterson as a Wildcat quarterback. Stevens Howling. Credit the Arizona Cardinals for not forcing it to him and protecting the football and doing good without their best player.
He said he looks at all the top receivers and looks at their tape every week to see what kind of moves they make. He said, maybe I'll steal one. Who knows? I don't think he has to steal many. 2nd and 9, and Wells up the middle. Crosses the 25-yard line. And what did he tell us about studying those outstanding Minnesota Viking receivers?
Well, he was a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings, and I told him, I said, I try to make a comparison, and the closest thing I can come up with is Chris Carter. He's got the possession-type receiver, the hands, using his body, and then he's a mix of Randy Moss that can take the top off a defense. And he said, hey, John, don't forget about Jake Reed, the best blocker of the bunch. And so this guy wants to be complete, and that's exactly what he is.
3rd down and 6. Patriot fans on their feet looking for a stop here. And Cobb flips it to early Doucette. And Doucette is going to be trapped and down. The Patriots covered it well, led by Jermaine Cunningham. No gain on the play. And a big third down stop by the Patriots defense, forcing the Cardinals to kick.
And credit Vince Wilfork coming from in here, 325 pounds. Watch the hustle on this play. He understands this is a critical play. The hustle, and he's going to come finish off this play. These Patriots aren't going to go easy. The Arizona Cardinals are going to have to finish them.
Shovel pass, and Wilfork was limping off the field as Astudillo kicking to Edelman. And Julian Edelman is not going to touch this one, but it is down by the Cardinals at the 27. So Wilfork limped off the field, and we'll have to watch this great run stopper who's been great pro for many years for the Patriots. Patriots' last loss in a home opener was back in 01 against the Jets. They went on to win the Super Bowl. But now it's a first down at the 36. Last week we talked about how the Patriots against Tennessee in the opener played a near perfect game in all phases, no mistakes. They're not playing the perfect game by any stretch, but still have a shot to win the game, which is still the idea. And there's the pass to Edelman. Edelman has the first down and wins his way into Cardinal territory, picking up 17.
And if you ask me to evaluate the Patriots, I said it's not a closed book as of yet. There's still 7 minutes and 40 seconds. You got the guy you'd want out there in Tom Brady. They got to turn this into a touchdown. They need points on this drive.
7.5 to go in the fourth. And this pass caught by Brandon Lloyd. It's a catch and another first down for New England. So tack on 12 more yards.
We said it earlier, a couple drives earlier. Tom Brady has learned experience. He will not panic. We saw him imploring his sidelines one at a time. He understands you can't get it all back at once. One at a time. We're seeing him do that right now.
He's been here before, John. You know that. And there is Brady. And Brady got hit as he tried to get it to the running back. Calais Campbell coming in strong on Brady. And I think Ray Horton has kind of succeeded today. He's been hit 7 times, hurried 4 times, and sacked 3. So, you know, the game isn't over, so you can't say mission accomplished, but they've done all right.
And Calais Campbell and Darnell Dockett have been at the forefront of that effort to hit Tom Brady.
Here's Woodhead, inside run, and is stuffed by Calais Campbell again.
This guy's playing a football game, and Dick, it was like a playoff atmosphere with these Cardinals, and they're playing like it. They want to be where the Patriots are. They understand to be the best, you got to beat the best. And they're doing it right now. Calais Campbell having one heck of a football game.
And this is a team that won't stop. They're relentless. 3rd down and 10. Brady's with the pass nearly picked off. Gronkowski was the intended receiver. And Darrell Washington was in great position to get another interception for the Cardinals.
And we talk about the mismatches that Rob Gronkowski can do. But Darrell Washington with a vet move, you hold him a little bit, but you do it in tight so the officials, and then you make a play on the game. We've talked about it throughout. You've got to make plays to win football games, and they've done it and done it well.
So now Stephen Gostkowski will attempt a 53-yard field goal. And a long kick, and the kick is good. Gostkowski remains perfect on the season with his 4th field goal today and brings the Patriots to within 8 with 6:45 to go in the 4th quarter.
I tell you what, he's been good, and when he's kicking them through, there's not much doubt they're going right through the pipes.
But who would have thought that the Patriots would get to this point without a touchdown, depending on 4 field goals by Gostkowski and trailing by 8.
And here's what I would say. Sometimes you say lack of execution by the Patriots offense. I think what happened, they lost a big player to them in Aaron Hernandez. But really, this has been less about lack of execution by the Patriots and tremendous execution and playmaking by this Arizona defense.
And the last 2 field goals by Gostkowski beyond 50 yards. So now 6:45 remaining. in the fourth quarter in an 8-point lead. And you know one thing, John, the Cardinals are not going to go away from the run, are they?
Absolutely not. But remember now,
tongue in cheek,
one score game here. One score game right now. That field goal got them 8 points away. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. Important drive and field goal for the New England Patriots.
Brady 19 of 33, 220 yards. No touchdowns and an interception. And the Cardinals will get it at the 20. Well, this week the battle for baseball's postseason continues to heat up, and is it ever? Dodgers try to keep their playoff hopes alive. They take on the Reds, the NL Central leaders, or the National League wild card leading Braves take on the Phillies. Yes, still alive for a wild card berth. Twins go against the Tigers, who are battling the White Sox. They're chasing a playoff spot. A lot going on in baseball. It's really getting interesting, especially with the 2 wild cards. So Fox Saturday Baseball returns this week at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. First down at the 20. Cardinals leading by 8. Beanie Wells gets a couple. Game break time. Here's Kurt Menefee.
Well, this kind of game for New Orleans today at Carolina, maybe this kind of season. 4th and 4, Drew Brees just loses the football. Play is pretty much over after that. He throws it incomplete. They turn it over on downs, and so they trail on the road 35-20. Less than 4 minutes left. The Saints knocking on 0-2. Dick and John.
Oh, that'd be a shock. Thank you very much, Kurt. Meanwhile, Vince Wilfork, who limped off the field before, is back in at defensive tackle. 2nd down and 8 for the Cardinals. Here comes pressure from the outside. And this pass is nearly intercepted. A battle going on between Patrick Chung and Anthony Sherman. And the pressure by Gerard Mayo this time.
Watch Mayo. This is uncharacteristic for the New England defense to bring the pressure, but the Cardinals have forced them into it. But here, a big 3rd down. Remember, 1-score game. 3rd down and 9. Play of the game for this New England defense.
And in case you're wondering about Todd Heap, who leads the Cardinals in receiving with 5 catches, he has a strained left knee, questionable as to whether he'll be back. 3rd down and 8. And now the Patriot fans in full throat. Kolb with a slant. And this one caught at the 30 by Fitzgerald. Does he have enough for the first down?
Appears from the spot that he's short.
Now it's ruled incomplete. There was an instance where they ruled completion and then changed it. You rarely see that by the regular officials. They either come in and say it was caught or it was incomplete. We got mixed signals once again. So they rule it an incomplete pass, and that's the 3rd time today we have had opposite signals by officials on the same play.
I'm at a loss for words because now they spotted it as a catch, but now they've moved it back, so they got me confused. But nonetheless, punt team's out for the Arizona Cardinals.
A Stanford guy confused, and the challenge. Flag thrown by Ken Wisenhunt. He has already lost a challenge.
Arizona is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Ken Wisenhunt has to be pretty certain about this, because if he loses the challenge, his team would have only 1 timeout remaining.
And remember, all things become reviewable once they're under the hood, and so this will go to the fact of whether it's a catch or not, and whether it's got enough, whether Larry Fitzgerald has enough for the first down. I believe that's a catch. I don't see that ball loose. I see him controlling the football, hands underneath. The question is the spot for the first down.
And they'll look at both, obviously, on that same situation. So this is a really critical situation for the Cardinals if they can maintain possession here with an 8-point lead and just under 6 minutes to go in the 4th. Or do they have to kick? Mike Pereira.
Ball's ready to go on. Audio only. Mike, quiet, please.
Mike Pereira.
Yep.
What do you think? Catch? No catch?
Well, you got to look at what was ruled on the field, which was an incomplete pass. And on the shot, you see the ball start to come out and maybe touch the ground. It's, you know, to me, I just don't think it's indisputable to overturn it. And that's the big question, is really when the ball hits there from the inside looking through it, there might be some, watch the ball here. Watch the ball now, watch the ball begin to come through and see it almost hit the ground there. To me, that makes it really not indisputable to be able to overturn it from incomplete to a catch. I think I leave it as a ruling on the field stands.
Now, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. Once they go underneath the hood, not only the catch but the spot becomes reviewable as well, correct?
Anything involved in the replay process becomes reviewable. That's the number of people on the field and certainly the spot too. So if they were to reverse this to a catch, then they could turn around and look at it for the spot to see if it's short or a first down.
Mike, what about conflicting calls? Because the initial call was a catch and then changed to incomplete. Here comes the referee.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Arizona is charged with a timeout and has exhausted their challenges.
Well, the Cardinals can't challenge anymore. They have only one timeout remaining.
Yeah, you know, Dick, you were asking about the conflicting signals, you know, and we've seen that a little bit. It's just the end result. So if the guy that rules the catch heeds to the guy that rules incomplete, then it stays incomplete.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And a punting situation, Edelman going back to the 24. Edelman still on his feet and is finally knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So, John Lynch, you give high marks to Arizona, the way they've scored touchdowns in the second half, the way they played terrific defense throughout the game. But, you know, does Tom Brady have the last word, and how many times has he done it before?
Well, what did I tell you? I told you it's an open book. What the Cardinals have done till now is wonderful, but this is a champion in the New England Patriots. They've been there before. Tom Brady's been there before. You better knock them out. So Arizona's going to not ease into this. They're going to have to knock out these New England Patriots.
Blocking the back on the return team, number 23. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, the Patriots are going to have to go a little longer than they anticipated.
They are, but that won't daunt Tom Brady either. One-score game. This is good stuff here. Good football game. Both teams playing well. We'll see who comes out on top.
And the question, will the Patriots come back and win this game? They have won 10 straight, never lost a home opener at Gillette Stadium. Will Tom Brady get a touchdown pass to extend the string to 34 consecutive games with a TD pass? In any event, the Patriots will start from the 18, down by 8. Here's Brady, completes to Edelman. And Kurt Menefee has another game break for us. Take it away, Kurt.
Hey, remember those 3 drops by Victor Cruz in the season opener? Well, he's making up for it today for the Giants against Tampa Bay. Listen, 80-yard score. Cruz, 11 catches, 179 yards. The game-tying touchdown because they added a 2-point conversion. 27-27, Dick.
Same thing could happen here, Kurt, with an 8-point lead, second down and 1. And here is Brady, and Brady completes it to the 40 to Wes Welker. And it's the same story. Tampa Bay has looked so good in that game against the Giants, but you got to say, hey, the Giants have been there before. Same story
Like
here.
I said, you got to knock them out. They're not going to go easy, and Tom Brady certainly is not going easy. He's heeding his own words one at a time, and he's doing that and doing it well the last couple of drives.
Gain of 13, first down. Brady stepping up, and another completion to Gronkowski. Great catch by Gronkowski. And he gets to the 41 of the Cardinals.
Now, if you're Ray Horton, the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, don't forget what got you here, and that's hitting Tom Brady and hitting him often. You can't sit back and play conservatively now that you have a lead. You got to go after Tom Brady.
They got 19 on that one. Danny Woodhead, receiver going out, and this pass is going to be caught by Edelman. So Julian Edelman playing a big part here in the fourth quarter for the Patriots. 5-yard gain with Washington on the tackle. And a hurry up again by Tom Brady as we approach 4 minutes remaining in regulation. 4 catches for Edelman for 37 yards, many of them of the clutch variety. Second down and 5. And this one is caught by Gronkowski and ridden out of bounds by Washington, but another first down for New England. And right now, Ray Horton's defense not getting to number 12.
Doing an excellent job on protection. Tom Brady sitting back, and you give Tom Brady a clean pocket and time, he will pick a defense apart, any defense. Watch his eyes. He scans the field, and then the accuracy, the decision-making that have always been the hallmark of Tom Brady. They're starting to shine.
First down on the Cardinal 28. Brady has time. His pass overthrows Wes Welker and covered by William Gay. Meanwhile, on the offensive line, Sebastian Ballmer, the right tackle who came out for Marcus Cannon for a good part of the game, back in at right tackle. Donald Thomas is the right guard.
And what happens now, if you're going to bring the pressure, you're going to get one-on-one situations like that. The Patriots don't hit it there, but let's keep an eye on that. You're going to bring pressure, creates opportunities outside for the New England Patriots.
Good drive by Tom Brady, second down and 10. Brady's pass, Gronkowski again with a clutch catch with Lennon in his face. And a 12-yard gain and another first down, and this is like a 7-on-7 drill here.
This guy, Rob Gronkowski, he makes me glad I'm broadcasting and not playing anymore, because I was a big safety at 220 pounds. He's 260, and he runs faster than I could. It's not fair.
No, 5 catches, 70 yards for Gronkowski, and another first down. Here's Brady's pass, not this time. Gronkowski defended well by Kerry Rhodes, the free safety. And that at least stops the momentum momentarily, brings up second and 10.
Keep talking about making plays. That's what games like this come down to. Excellent one by Kerry Rhodes. You watch him extend and get the ball. Bigger safeties for the Arizona Cardinals. Give them a chance against Rob Gronkowski. Kerry Rhodes, 6'3", 212, still giving up a lot of poundage to Gronkowski, but great play there.
Second down and 10. From the 16, Brady's been getting a lot of time. Not this time, however, and Calais Campbell makes sure Brady can't avoid him. There'll be a loss of 3. And we have 3 minutes left in the fourth.
Calais Campbell gets the sack, but it's Sam Acho that really causes this. He almost gets Tom Brady, gets him to step up, and Calais Campbell finishes him off. But credit that one to Sam Acho.
So it'll be third down and 13, and this one is caught short of the sticks, I believe, by Edelman. Let's see where they mark it, however, and it's right on that yellow line, which is an unofficial line. And Jamel Fleming claiming that he made the tackle on Edelman short of the first down yardage.
See the big cushion by Fleming. Got to sit down there. Not much space for Edelman to go anywhere. Sit down at the sticks, make the tackle instead. First down for the New England Patriots.
So it'll be first and goal. Patriots down by 8. 2:16 left. Pressure up the middle on Brady. His pass. Gronkowski. Touchdown, New England. Five-yard touchdown pass from Brady. Finally gets the touchdown for New England and a TD pass.
Rob Gronkowski, big tight end like this, a quarterback's best friend. Big target across the middle. You can put it into tight windows. Tom Brady, incredibly accurate throw. Rob Gronkowski's not going to drop many of those.
And now it is 20-18, and the Patriots, with a 2-point conversion, could tie the score. And they are going for 2. 2:06 on the clock. Huge play here. Brandon Lloyd wide to the left.
There's Gronkowski in the core. Wes Welker in the slot. I'd look for those two.
Line.
Brady's pass, and it's knocked away. Gronkowski defended by Kerry Rhodes, and a huge defensive play by Rhodes, who has made a couple of big ones in this drive. And the score remains Cardinals 20 and the Patriots unable to tie the game 18.
Well, we talk about making plays. Darrell Washington with an assist, bumps him at the line of scrimmage, but Kerry Rhodes, does he have some hands on him? Yes, but that's just good football. Good play by Kerry Rhodes, extending, making plays as the Cardinals have done all day. What a play by Kerry Rhodes.
So Tom Brady, a surgeon coming down the field in directing this touchdown drive by New England as they went 82 yards in 11 plays, but then the critical two-point conversion. Rhodes breaks it up as they try to go to Gronkowski again.
Now the Patriots have enough time, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. You're going to get one stop with the 2-minute warning, then you've got your 2 timeouts to burn. If they can stop them on this series, they'll get another chance at a field goal down by 2. They'll have the ball again if they can just make this stop.
So Gronkowski, 4 catches, 44 yards on the drive, including the touchdown. And Tom Brady with his 34th consecutive game with a touchdown pass, 2 behind Brett Favre, and 13 behind Johnny Unitas, the leader, and Drew Brees with 45 and had 1 today.
Expect them to kick deep. Remember the timeout situation.
Cardinals have only 1 left. Gronkowski kicking off to Larod Stevens howling, and he's going to run this. No, going to down it in the end zone. Looked like he could have run it out to get to the 2-minute warning. He'll start at the 20-yard line. So should have run it out, and Feely knows it. Jay Feely wonders why Larod Stevens howling didn't run it out.
It's easy for the kicker to say. He's not the one running it out.
But he's most active guy on the sideline right now.
But again, you'll get 1 stoppage of clock with the 2-minute warning, 2 timeouts. The key is you got to stop the Cardinals. First down, this game's over.
Ryan Williams. And Williams fighting his way for 5 yards, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Cardinals clinging to a 20-18 lead. Can they complete this shocking upset? 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Here's our game summary. And of course, Aaron Hernandez lost in the first quarter. A huge part of the Patriots offense. They haven't lost at home since 01. Never lost a home opener here at Gillette Stadium. And the Cardinals defense has been brilliant. Second down and 5 from the 25. And here's Ryan Williams. Williams with a first down. And Williams brings it out close to the 40. And that is a hero first down for the Cardinals.
New England.
13 yards. Patriots call a timeout.
And the fans in New England starting to leave. And that should seal the game. Barring anything miraculous happen for the New England Patriots, that's good running by Ryan Williams. That's good blocking by the Arizona Cardinals. I said you got to knock out a team like the New England Patriots. That may be the knockout blow right there.
Last week, the Patriots held the Tennessee Titans to 20 yards rushing. Today, the Cardinals have outrushed the Patriots 114-81.
And that's the key, and that's the key play in the game. Beanie Wells out with an apparent injury. Ryan Williams, the second-year player, didn't play last year because of injury, but when they need him most, he comes through with little assists from his offensive line.
And Kevin Kolb, there's the fans leaving. Kolb getting 2 touchdowns for the offense in the second half, one coming right after a block kick. And Ryan Williams knocked back for the loss. And the Patriots still with 1 timeout left. Ron Brace making the play. Want to remind you, our DirecTV post-game show will follow our game. And right now, let's see what the Cardinals have in store here on second down and 14.
Hold to the football if you're the Arizona Cardinals.
Ryan Williams, who got the big 13-yard gain moments before, holds on to the short gain right here. And now the Patriots have called their third and final timeout with 1:10 remaining. And you can see the look on the face of Tom Brady maybe coming up short in this one. And for a game break, let's check in with Patrick O'Neill.
We have an unbelievable finish in the Meadowlands after 21 unanswered by the Giants. Josh Freeman of the Bucs, all kinds of time. Spectacular 41-yard touchdown reception from Mike Williams. Tied up at 34, 1:58 left in the fourth. Good job.
What a battle royal going on with the Giants and New England.
That game is very much paralleled this game. The underdog just won't go away. The Arizona Cardinals being the underdog here. 1:10 left, 3rd and 13. Look for them to run the football. The second clock will take this down. The Patriots may get the ball with 20 seconds left.
3rd down and 13, and right now Kevin Kolb checking to make sure that the play clock is in order. Says 1:10. .110 is the game clock.
A confusion right now. The Cardinals feeling like the 25-second clock should have been reset.
That's the, he was talking about the play clock, not the
Arizona
game
called
clock.
timeout. They're charged with their third timeout. 30 seconds.
So the Cardinals will use their third timeout. So both teams are out of timeouts here. It'll be 3rd down and 13 with 1:10 remaining in the fourth. Ken Whisenhunt's Cardinals unable to stop Brady from getting the touchdown to bring him to within 2, but then the Patriots were foiled. Kerry Rhodes making a terrific play on Gronkowski for the 2-point conversion that would have tied it up.
Ball security of a premium. The New England Patriots going to be going after that football.
3rd down and 13. And the pitch to Ryan Williams. Loses the ball! He lost the ball! In the air, the Patriots may have it. Instead of a handoff, they went to the pitch. And forcing the fumble was Brandon Spikes. And the New England Patriots will get another life.
And the one thing that cannot happen if you're the Arizona Cardinals, I've been saying it, 2 hands on the football. Ryan Williams, who fumbled in the opener versus the Seattle Seahawks last week, fumbles again at the most inopportune time.
Spikes caused it, and Vince Wilfork recovered it.
That's why you never say die in this league. Brandon Spikes with a tremendous football play. The Patriots seemingly out of it unless a miracle, and the miracle came by the way of Brandon Spikes knocking the ball away from Ryan Williams, who's distraught, and well, he should be.
Incredible turn of events here at Gillette Stadium, and a Patriot field goal would win the game. It is a 1st and 10 with 1:01 to go, no timeouts remaining. And here's Brady, and the pass was deflected, intended for Wes Welker. And it's 2nd down and 10 with 58 seconds on the clock.
What a play by Brandon Spikes. Puts his helmet on the football. Inexcusable, though, really, for Ryan Williams. You got to know the one thing you got to do, even if you got to take a knee, get down, protect the football.
And the fans who said, I'm leaving, wait a second, I'm coming back.
Not so fast.
2nd down and 10, looking for a little more yardage for Gostkowski. Here's Woodhead. Woodhead is going to give him just that, maybe more. Inside the 10, the 5, there's a flag down. And a flag down at the 20, so let's wait. Woodhead running it in for presumably a touchdown, but a flag is down. Holding against New England.
Number 87, 10-yard penalty for 2nd down.
So not only do the Patriots not get yardage for Gostkowski, they move it farther out for that possible winning field goal try.
Well, that was a touchdown now. But as you said, the key is it drives them back 10 more yards. Field goal wins. Watch Gronkowski up top. And watch as this play develops on Kerry Rhodes. Wow. I don't know. You know, officials, whether replacement, they're put in those tough positions. They see it right there.
Would have been a 30-yard touchdown. They got 10 yards and then they lose 10. Second down and 10. Here's Welker. Here's Wes Welker. And Welker will go out of bounds. And this is just what the Patriots want right here. 46 seconds to go. They are well within the field goal range of Gostkowski.
The New England Patriots never say die. Tom Brady, remember him earlier this quarter. One at a time, one at a time. What have they done? Come back one at a time. It looked like it was over, but they never quit. And Ryan Williams understands right now he made a big mistake, and you feel for that young man.
First down at the 18. And a flag is down. See if a false start call is coming up against the Patriots.
False start. Offense, number 87. The clock was not running, therefore there's no 10-second runoff. First down.
Rob Gronkowski guilty of movement. And there is Stephen Gostkowski, who has kicked field goals, 4 of them today, but one from 53, another from 51. And he's poised to come out to try to win it for the Patriots. And there is Brady using up more time. No timeouts remaining. And just trying to get it in position.
That shows the faith. Rather than go for the touchdown, that shows the faith that Bill Belichick has in Stephen Gostkowski, who's been perfect today.
Second down and 16. Gostkowski is 6 for 6 on the season. And a fumble by Ryan Williams caused by spikes, recovered by Will Fork, setting this possible game winner up for the Patriots. And there is the spike that stops the clock with 6 seconds. Stephen Gostkowski has come on the field to try to win the game for the Patriots when it looked like the Cardinals had it in their back pocket, leading 20-18. But a fumble by Ryan Williams setting it up. This will be a 42-yard field goal.
Remember, nobody better than Calais Campbell at blocking field goals.
And there is the kick, and the kick is no good. He pulled it over to the left with 1 second to go. An incredible turn of events here in Foxborough. Here's the referee, David Scott. And the Cardinals will take over.
Wow, Gostkowski 4 for 4 on field goals going into that one. Just pulls it. The such reliable kicker. And what a game it's been here today.
So John, it looked like the Cardinals couldn't lose. And then after the fumble, giving the Patriots a great chance to win it with a field goal, they couldn't lose. And now it looks like the Cardinals are going to win, obviously, with 1 second to play.
Nobody happier than Ryan Williams, the young man on the Cardinals sideline who felt like he had given this game away.
An incredible final minute of play here in Foxborough, and the Cardinals have won 20-18 to hold on